Hello there, everybody. This is Alex from Hardcoring Guys, bringing my guide for Uncharted: Drake's Fortune on Crushing Difficulty. Today we're doing Chapter 8, entitled The Drowned City. I actually thought this one was going to be way worse because I forgot about the jet ski part, and I'm like, oh no, it's got all the barrels and stuff, all the explosive barrels. Well, it does, but the next chapter after that actually is the one that I probably end up struggling with more often. Now, these guys behind me, don't worry about them too much. You don't have to kill them. They can't really hurt you in here. So just run straight into this area and start wiping out these guys as you see fit. I did get the chapter start thing to work for this one. I don't know why it worked this time and didn't for that other chapter. So I will be pistol starting for probably, if I can, I'll probably end up pistol starting for every chapter. So not that it bothers me any, really. If you've got better guns than I do and you're continuously playing the game, then albeit, go for it, of course. So this is not really a lucky drop. This is just a scripted thing. I mean, every enemy is typically scripted with what they have and what they drop. But either way, having that Wes just drop right there is actually pretty good because I can take out that next group relatively easily. This first one's not too bad either because, I thought there was a guy up there. That's why I saw that. I saw like a glint in my eye, like something moved. And I'm like, I had like predator vision for a second or something. I don't know. But either way, that first group really is not too bad. You just don't have to fight the guys that are shooting at you at first, which is nice. For some reason, I thought you did. I'm like, why am I getting shot at? Is some type of weird glitch or something? No, they're just from the cliff, and they were shooting you because they're on the cliff and all that. I should have edited that better, actually. Oh, well. But anyway, so this part's not too bad. Just take your time. Unless you know exactly where everybody's at, because I'm going to be honest, I kind of forgot where all the enemy placements were. I used to play this game quite a bit back in the day, but I have honestly kind of forgotten most of the spawns, so please forgive me as I just kind of go through this a bit slower than I'm sure some people probably want to see. Now, luckily, the jet ski itself, strangely enough, when you're on the jet ski, you seem to have a lot more health, so that's kind of a good thing. I like that. Because when I'm on the Jeep in that last chapter, I had pretty much just the same health I do normally. Now, there could always be a chance that maybe the enemies could be a lot more accurate and shoot you in the head, and maybe that could cause a death to happen. I mean, that would make sense, but still. You got plenty of cover in this area. So like I said, just take it slow and peek around corners, that kind of thing, just to try to give yourself any sort of bit of cover. There are places that with those arches that you can go underneath, and that should be, plenty of cover enough. I did get scared every once in a while thinking like, oh man, I'm about to get killed here because, there's just, like right here, for example, like I'm just getting blasted. And I almost got hit with a grenade of all things too. And this is where you should probably just stay back behind this pillar and sort of just take out all the doors that you can possibly see that has anybody in them. Now, I think that they just, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the enemies are just spawned there already, as in they don't need to run into the doors. That's not true. I'm pretty sure there's some that do actually run into frame. I could have sworn some of them were already just there, but I think that some of them actually have to run in. So it's definitely one of those games where you kind of have to move up a little bit and spawn enemies, which will actually end up happening in the next fight that we're gonna do. I should have probably cut this out too to save a little bit of time, but I mean, it's too late now, so we're here. But either way, I did cut out the scene where we are doing the talking because I did die several times on this next fight. These next two fights. Actually, more so the second fight. And what I mean by fight is I mean by wave. Like this first wave, okay, actually there's 3 waves. 4? Whatever. Anyway, these two guys will show up running this way, and I recommend not using the explosive barrel that you can use. I'd recommend saving that for the second wave when you get up here. So once you pass this box / get to this pillar, this little threshold here, this guy's gonna run around the corner, and that's the perfect time to just go for an explosive barrel shot. There should be 3 enemies, I think, that would appear. Yeah, there he is. And then up on the top left, there's gonna be a grenade launcher guy. So get him to blast a grenade launcher. You'll probably end up just dodging it. There's another dude there too, but you'll probably end up dodging it anyway. It's kind of one of those things where he just blasts it, somehow seemingly knowing that you're just there. I mean, granted, he knows you're there because his teammates are getting shot, so he knows someone's around. And plus, it's a video game, so, I mean, I guess it makes sense. But either way, just drop him dead. Pretty much preferably last, because you can just use the cover, like, you can just run back and avoid all the grenade fire that way. Now, this next wave's a little bit tricky to spawn in, because I think these guys are already here. They just tend to stay back. And this is where things get a little bit tricky, because if you move up a certain point, like if you move past those stairs, I'll show you where it basically happens. When you get close to this door, there's going to be enemies that are going to spawn in there. I don't know why I didn't think ahead. I don't know what else thinking. But yeah, these guys are going to start showing up as soon as I get that door. I tried throwing a grenade, but once again, massively flubbed that up. But what I like to do here is I tend to like to grab the grenade launcher and run back immediately behind this cover so that I can get a good look at pretty much everybody around me. There's always going to be like one guy that hides to the right here, so just keep your eye on him. The grenade shot was not enough to kill him, so I have to finish off with the pistol, of course, because it's Uncharted 1. I missed somehow I missed a second shot, but then ended up landing the third one, so I'll take it. And even if you don't get like a group kill with it, it's fine, because I'm only really using these extra special guns for the ammo consumption. I'm basically trying to make it to where I don't have to use my AK nearly as much, even though I'm probably going to lose it in the next chapter because I keep doing chapter start. So, yeah, that's more of a problem on my own behalf, so you guys don't have to worry about that too much. That's just for the guide's sake, in terms of trying to keep it, to make it make sense to have the chapter names show up, because this game likes to do continuous chapters. Oh, I should probably mention real quick here, too. So, when you come out here, you're going to jump to this spot, and then you're going to jump to this spot right here, too. And I recommend just hanging onto the ledge and blasting this guy for just the extra cover. But if you're quick, and maybe you're like me and you just completely weren't thinking at the time, like, hey, maybe I should just take cover. There you go. That could be a brutal thing, if anything. That could be more of like a brutal mode tip, to be fair. I mean, crushing mode, again, is not extremely hard, which I'm pretty sure that's pretty much why they decided to make brutal mode, because I think they learned, like, yeah, this one's not as difficult as it should have been. But anyway, that's it for this, so take care, everybody.